Patch 115 is out now for Farm Sim 25, and we got the Deere 9RX 830. What a wonderful and awesome day it is to be in Farm Sim 25 today. We have not one, but 4 new pieces of equipment to take a look at in the game today. We also have updates for everything. It's been a busy one. If you are looking for change logs for either patch 115 or the update to the Highlands fishing expansion, I've already got a video. You can find that linked down below. However, if you are here to see the new goodies, you are in the right place, my friend. We are going to be going in this exact order. So from left to right, the Deere 9RX. Then we're going to take a look at the Steiger, which is not a new mod. It's actually an update to the one that we've already got in the base game. Then we're going to take a look at the IH Vestrum, and then lastly, Patriot. So then the John Deere, this is going to be found right here. Bam! $695,000 for the base model, and boy does it get expensive from there. We have 2 configurations. We've got the EU and the US. Basically, the only differences here is if you go with the EU series, you don't have any control over the tracks, and if you go with the US, you do. I want control, so we'll go with that. So as far as our engines, we have the 710, which gives you 781 horsepower. Then we go to the 770 for 847 horsepower. The A30 with 913, and all of them come with a power shift transmission. Pretty stuff right through there. Then we have quite a few different wheel options. So as far as our tracks, we have the regular crawler track, so you put it about that angle right there. Then we go with the weights. Those weights are going to be an extra about 2 tons roughly. Then we can go with a 3-meter spread, so you can just see the difference there. Yeah, and we can also add the weights there. But not only that, we also have a broad track 3-meter option on the outside with more weights, bringing that up to 35.6 tons. But we can add more weight. If we go around towards the front, we can add some weight under there. That brings us another ton up. Additional weight, this is going to be on the very back on the hitch. And we can add 136, 800, and 1464, bringing us up to 38 tons in the game. We also have a PTO, which is going to be right above the hitch, right there. And then if you have Precision Farming, which I've installed it just for the sake of this video, you've got the Asaria Pro Compact on there as well, which gives us a terminal on the top, as well as our sensors on the sides. She's a monster, dude. Check this. I just can't believe how big the front is. I know that's what makes it the model that it is, but it's still just ridiculous. It almost feels like there's just nothing going on in the back, and the whole party's up here in the front. Still pretty cool indeed. Let's turn on everything and just see, is there any buttons, anything we can grab onto? Yeah, I don't think so. Here's something we can't do very often. Walk up and down the tracks. That's ridiculous. Interior's looking pretty good in here as well. Just kind of checking that out. I don't have the cabin mod anymore, so that I could actually like look at everything in a 360 view. So there's the interior. Let's turn it on. That's how we get all of that. There's all of the animations, of course. We've got our roller there on the side, which is kind of moving everything forward. And we've got our power shift transmission right there, bumping in and out of stuff. Turning everything on just so you can kind of see exactly what's going on. Kind of starts around 14th, doesn't it? Let's see, let's spin it around. Yeah, 14th gear is the start. Hey, we also have a camera on here as well. That is very cool. I imagine that does not work if you don't have the, what was it, the Mercedes-Benz Trucks pack. I imagine that doesn't work if you don't have that. But still, very, very cool, and it's extremely usable as well. I don't even know where in the world I'm going. Mirrors are absolutely useless in this game, but let's see if I can use the camera to park it back where it was. I don't know. Let's see. That's just using the base game camera. You know what? I'll take it. We also got some hitches on here as well. I wonder, well, obviously that one works. But what about this one? Looks like it's pin hitch, so something like this should work fine. So we got 2 things here we're gonna try. Let's see, does this work? Hey, it's actually a usable hitch. Sweet. Every once in a while we get stuff that's not quite usable. That means this next piece is gonna work fantastic. So I've gone for the Unihide right here, which is the universal hydraulic, hooks up via a trailer hitch and adds a 3-point. I mean, it's silly. But does it work? Yeah, it works fine. That's super cool. Ooh, would it work for the back? I mean, it says that it does. You know, it doesn't look great, but it's on there nonetheless. So I feel like next we need to take a look at the Steiger, because this one also very, very cool, and it's an update. It's not a new mod, at least according to Giants, and well, I couldn't find the old one. So this is the old one, I assume. It is the 715, which is what we had before, but now we've got the 785 option as well. Very cool. We can do the EU and US, pretty much same thing here, except if we go for the US, we also get a front weight option there too. Of course, we have our wheel setups, the regular crawler track and the wide setup. We have the new Steiger Special Edition. Very, very cool. So this is the one that was shown off at one of the tractor shows this year, and I think was a very similar decal setup here that our friend Carl used on his, which is very cool. So very cool to see modders doing things before Giants are doing them. I love it. Front weights on here, you got a big old setup, 1975 kg weight on there. Still, at the end of the day, this weighs about 10 tons less than the John Deere does, but it's also got like 100 horsepower less, somewhere around there. So there is that too. We do have our 3-point. I can't remember if the one that we had beforehand had that or not, but still looking good. Of course, we have the Assyria Pro Compact on there as well. Naturally, beautiful tractor. We all got, I mean, come on. It's a green Steiger. We all love a green Steiger. Come on, man. We got any cameras in here? I do not foresee cameras. Do we have anything we change cameras? Negative. We just kind of go with the flow then, don't we? Yeah. This is known for being pretty snappy. It drives pretty good. It's a little bit snappier than the John Deere is, so if you like just having tractors that perform better, I would definitely recommend probably going with this one. And it sounds like my Discord agrees with it too, so there's that. Not that the John Deere drives bad, I just think maybe I agree with my Discord. This one drives just a wee bit better. Plus, you got like 850 horsepower. It's ridiculous. So not a new one, but we do have updated and new modeling on it. So then we make our way to this little guy, the IH Vestrum. Unlike the last two tractors, this is going to be found in small tractors when compared with the IH Farmall C-Series that we've already got in the game. That C-Series got between 90 and 117 horsepower with a power shift transmission, and this one's got between 110 and 140 horsepower with a variable transmission, which I like. We've got 110, 120, 130, and 140 horsepower options. The 140 horsepower option is actually the 130. As far as I understand, the real-life variant of the 130 is 130 horsepower. However, it can be boosted up to 140. So looks like that's what they've done here. All the wheel brands with the exception of Nokian and BKT. So we've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, and Vredestein. If you go in the Trelleborg, we've got every wheel option in here, including some narrows, and we also have those 1.5 narrows, which were added in, what was it, 114, I believe? So there's that. Beacons, we've got all the options here, so left, right, both, or none. Love seeing that. And then we have front loader options from Quickie and Hauer, and then you have the Assyria Pro Compact as well if you use a precision farming. So here it is. Of course, we've gone for the biggest, baddest boy of them all. I do believe we've got the Trelleborg setups here, yep, and we've got narrow twins in the back with narrow single in the front. Also got a front loader. Don't remember which one it was, but still not too shabby. Let's go and turn it on. Very nice indeed. It almost feels like we should have something going on up here in the front. Is it just me? Like right where the steering wheel is. Shouldn't that be a screen? I feel like there should be a screen there. Maybe not. Maybe it's just an air vent. I don't know. Everything's working fine in here. I'm trying to see on the left-hand side what those pedals would be for. Because this is a CVT, we're not needing a clutch. So we got our brakes, and then we've got our throttle down there. What are the two on the left for? I imagine one of them's for redoing the steering wheel. What's that one on the far left? I don't know. Anyway, stuff's looking good in here. There's not a whole lot of animations. Of course, Johnston really don't put a lot of animations in here to begin with. So that just kind of is what it is at the end of the day. Yeah, drives fine, gets up to speed, rocks and rolls. What more do you want? It's a great small tractor. Now for the Patriot sprayer. This is a big ol' honking thing. We have confirmed that it works perfectly fine with precision farming, so no need to go into detail about that. Looking great. Love the modeling. Love the design. I've always been a huge fan of the way the case sprayers look anyway, so this one just kind of adds to that list for me personally. Hopefully it does for you guys as well. Of course, we've got our serious stuff up there, and we have a lot of stuff that we can add along it. Look at all the extra stuff. It's so cool. Let's check it out. So this one's going to be found all the way down in your yield improvements, and you just drop down one. There it is. Just like everything else, this has been added to the base game. We do have 6,050 liters of liquid fertilizer herbicide, 36 meter spread at 15 miles per hour. Very cool. 415 horsepower on board, by the way, so plenty of power to do just about whatever you want. And because it's in the base game, can be modded as well. That's one of the wonderful things. All of the stuff from today can be modded, so expect to see some, well, a flood of 9RX mods. We'll just put it that way. As far as world brands, we do have a Trelleborg set on there. You can change it over to BKT, and we have Michelin and Friedestein, as well as Midas. As you saw, we do have some different options through here. So we do have narrow, standard, and wide tires in quite a few of these. I'm a huge fan of the BKTs, especially the regulars. I think that looks absolutely awesome. You got your regular Michelin set, regular Friedestein set, and in Midas we have a wide tire set. So looks like the only one that's going to offer everything is Trelleborg. As per usual, they kind of have a grasp on all the wheel options. Serie Pro Compact, you can add that in there. You have the PTX Trimble Weed Seeker 2, which can be added. And then we also have the Pulse Width Modulation, the PWM. That can be added as well. I really haven't used precision farming in a while, at least not really since it's been out. I think I used it for like 10 episodes on Riverbend, but yeah, it was pretty buggy at the start and it wasn't ready for release. Very disappointing, but it did also get an update today, by the way. A late update. We didn't even know about it. So let's take our sneaky peek, slow walk around as we've been doing with everything else. Got everything folded up. Check out the detail under there, man. It is not only easy to read, it's extremely easy to read. Boom. All the way back around. This has got all things on it, by the way, so every single customization option that can be done, I have thrown it on here. Let's hop up into the cab. Boom. There we go. Also, if you exit, the stairs are going to, like, push you. So if you get out, here we go. There's that. Nice. If we get out, yeah, it's going to push you a little bit. It's kind of in the way of your player a little bit. I guess that just kind of is what that is. Let's turn it on. Very nice, very nice, very nice. I don't think we've got any cameras in here. At least I don't see any. There is some blank space on there, but I guess that just kind of is what it is. This was pretty straightforward. I mean, it is a self-propelled sprayer. We have all-wheel steering and just front wheel, but those are the only two options through there. We go in, go ahead and unfold. And it is large, especially with that, what was it, 36 meter working with or something? Ooh, lordy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Fairly quick unfold. It's not one-to-one on both sides. We can raise and lower the boom. Always nice to see that. And we can also expand out the wheels. So you can get a little bit of a nice wider contact patch onto the ground, meaning that you can take big old turns as fast as I do. As we mentioned, we'll do liquid fertilizer and herbicide, and if you're using anything like Fiber Dash, something like that, it'll work great with that too. There are quite a few animations, so if we take a look, we've got fold sprayer, turn it on, toggle the map view, we've got the raise and lower the boom, as well as the wheels. We also have toggle steering mode, and then of course we've got turn it on with crop sensors and things like that. So now at least you know kind of what's going to pop up in the help menu when you jump into that. Hey, speaking of precision farming, we also got that update today. This is update 131. They've improved performance when working with crop sensor, fixed the applied nitrogen with PWM sprayers in certain situations, fixed the synchronization of automatic application rate after joining a server, and fixed the sprayer effects if PWM is used on the Nexat daemon module. Now there is one other thing that was done. The John Deere Laforge Easy 1700 right here. This now works with the John Deere 6R in game, the big one, the 230, 250 model. However, in order to make it work, you are going to need the Easy Ballast Fast Coupler. Make sure you've got that turned on because we take a look at the John Deere, the 7R. This has it by default, so it's just always there. It's actually something that's been in, I know it was in 22. I can't remember if it was in 19 as well. I think it was. So we want to get ourselves one of these with the Easy Ballast Fast Coupler. And once you've got that and you've got your weight, simply pull over it. You're going to have kind of like the clips facing backwards. and the weight on the front part, pull forward and connect. And we kind of get a center of gravity lowering a little bit there at 1700 kgs right in the middle. Should make things a little bit easier for you. I don't know when I would use this, but I don't think I've ever used this weight for anything. Actually, I think the Estimate Farm Sim 19 when it was introduced, because I didn't even use it then. I didn't know what it was for. I never took the time to figure it out. And it's just a weight. Whenever you're done with it, you can drop it down. You can drive back over it again. Boop. Just take it easy. You don't want to go too fast. So there you go. That's all the new additions that have been added to the game, as well as any updates that have been made that are meaningful to the way that you play when it comes to equipment. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helped you out, and I hope you learned something. If all of those things are true, make sure you drop a like on it. Get subscribed if you're new, and join the DjGoHam fam. Double check your notifications when you do. That way you never miss videos like this one. Again, if you'd like to see the full layout of all the stuff we talked about earlier this morning when going through the changelog and that kind of thing, definitely check that out. Video link down below. Otherwise, have an awesome day. Enjoy playing with update 115. We'll see you in the next one.